Good morning, everybody. I wanted to get a shot of what we've got going on with some of our winter preparations. We've taken some pallets apart, put them together in such a way that we are able to get some tar paper behind them here, and we've just set them up as a nice little windbreak wall. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. We just want to keep the direct wind and some of the moisture that comes with that off of our colonies. So this is what we got. This is what we come up with, and it seems to be working so far. It has given the bees a nice little resting spot until they get home. Some of them get a little confused because, of course, the wall does interfere directly with their flight path, but they each eventually find their way right back to the house. I'm going to flip this around because I think I just had one. Oh, she's good. Okay. I don't know how to... There it goes. Okay. Anyway, so that's what we got going on. We've still got some winter preparations that we want to do. So what we're going to do... Hey, Jenny. What we want to do in the very near upcoming future is we're going to actually increase the size of these entrance blocks that we've got. We're actually going to take these over another 2 or 3 inches or so, and we're going to give them just about 1 inch to 1/2 inch of space to be able to come and go. That's going to help keep out a lot of the cold and, more importantly, a lot of the moisture from the air. It's the moisture that will destroy these hives, will kill these colonies, and so we want to make sure that we do everything we can to keep moisture out. We've given them some great ventilation, and we want to continue that with blocking off these entrances. Now, just because I looked over and saw it, these will be a little bit more difficult, these entrances, but we're still going to get those blocked off and give the bees plenty of room to be able to come and go, but we want to be able to stop that moisture. That's the big killer. We just tested the weight of, now it's not an accurate test of the weight, we got behind the hive and lifted, and if we grunted, we were very satisfied. If it wasn't so much of a grunt, well, we're a little bit on the concerned side. So I will go ahead and say that of all of the colonies that we just weighed in that fashion, this colony here, second one in from the right on the back row, and then this colony, second one in from the right on the front row, are the 2 colonies that have us the most concerned. I know they look like they are triple stacked, but what's going on is we have frames of brood and honey and pollen in these 2 lower supers, and then on this top one, it's actually empty. We've just got some jars that we're using to directly feed sugar syrup to these colonies. We do still have in the distance over here the 2 5-gallon buckets. Maybe we'll walk over there in just a little bit. The 2 5-gallon buckets that we are using to get nectar to all of the colonies, but those 2 are also receiving direct feeding simply because, frankly, we're concerned about their weight. Actually, as we're talking, I'm watching their entrances, and I have to admit I'm worried about the fact that I'm not really seeing bees come and go like I've been seeing bees come and go from the other colonies. I'm hoping we have not lost them. It's too cold for me to go inside, so it's not a risk that I'm willing to take, but it is kind of a concern. So maybe here in just a little bit I'll get behind them and we'll tap the walls and see if I can hear anything inside. But that's of concern. It will be a loss, but and it will suck, but as we've talked about many times before, it is the nature of beekeeping. You are going to experience loss. So we have plans in store for however many colonies we are able to get through the winter. We would love to get 100% survivability rate, obviously. But we would be fools if we believed that we were going to get 100% survivability rate. We would be fools if we counted on 100% survivability. So instead, we plan for saving 70% of our colonies and going from there. Those are the numbers that we tend to work with. And then we just talk about what we will be doing for expansion, because of course we want to build our numbers back up and then beyond. So we were going into winter with 12 colonies. We're going to come out 9, maybe 10 colonies. And from there, we want to get to 30. And then so on and so forth. And we'll just keep doing that expansion, those numbers every single year. I didn't really have much to talk about today. I just know that I haven't been able to get a video posted in a while because I am still learning the editing process. I am really still excited about the interview that I did with my dad. I really want to be able to get that posted, but as it turns out, I suck at editing videos. I've asked Addison to invite 1 or 2 of her friends over that know how to do this stuff, and they're gonna hopefully sit down at the laptop and teach me how to edit, teach me what I'm doing wrong, and then you know, I'm gonna make dinner for them because that's really sweet of them. So this is what I know, this is what I've got going on. Yeah, I haven't seen any activity. Let's get over here in front of them. Stick this camera right up to the entrance. Do you see any moving around? I don't see. That looks like a dead bee. Let's risk it, guys. If they are in here, I am dressed in an all-black hoodie with a black hat, and I've got dark pants on. It is cold. It is damp. It is not the time to be opening up a colony of bees, especially without smoke or protective gear. But hey, let's find out, huh? So here we go. I don't have anybody. I do have one crawling around up top. Ah, yay, we have a colony. They don't have any. Okay, so they don't have any jars up here. So what we're gonna do, I gotta set you down, sorry. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're just gonna leave that as is. That puts my mind at ease, though. No, that puts my mind very much at ease. That was a risk very much worth taking. I want to see flight. I mean, look how, I don't know if you can see them. You can catch glimpses of them. You definitely can't see them as well as I can standing here. But I got a lot of bees coming and going from every single one of these colonies except for these 2. And for me, the part that makes me nervous is the fact that I'm not seeing much activity. So, it's worth the risk. And I mean, let's face it, you guys are safe on your side of the camera, and if my antics get me stung, the worst you're gonna have to deal with is my cussing. All right. Oh, and I was wrong, this is not hollow up top. This is actually 3 full supers. But I got little to no activity up top here. So we are going to go down. Of course, I don't have my hive tool. I got a pocket knife though. This is not the tool designed for this. But thank you, NRA, for the membership signing fee, gift. Because without you, we wouldn't be keeping bees today. There, I did a plug. You think they'll send me a free gun now that I plugged the NRA? That'd be cool. I like Glock, but I also like free. So whatever you guys decide to send me will be awesome. Watch out, girl. Nope, see, she's not moving at all. She's not moving at all. Now, she is alive, but she's just... Get off of there. Don't talk back to me. Just get off. Thank you. All right. So we're going to take this frame out. See why you want a hive tool? I'm gouging into that wood. Something awful. My knife is not happy with me. It's holding up though. I'm gonna give it credit. I'm gonna set y'all down for just a moment again. Prop you up on the knife to see if that... Nope, doesn't do a thing. All right, sorry about that. Just hang out. Got the super out of there. Okay. So, they're being very gentle. I don't know if it's too dark for you or not, but I've got... I got some activity down there. Not a whole lot though. So we want to get a warm day here real soon, and we want to go deep down in there to make sure we still have a colony. It looks like our best chances of saving this colony may very well be combining it with a second colony, which we have talked about a couple of times. And this colony back here, that second one in from the right, may just very well be the colony that we want to combine it with. I don't like that there's such limited activity, and that makes me real nervous. We do want to give all of our bees as much opportunity for survival as we can give them. We do accept that there will be loss. We do not accept that we can do nothing and expect gain, if that makes any sense. If we don't do anything, we will certainly lose them. So we will do everything that we can to ensure that that's not the case. That being said, this third one in, I do see activity, but I really thought that 2 of these triple stacks were feed jars. So now, boy, they got it sealed, so I guess not. I bet they're not gonna be... Ooh, yep, there they come. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna back away. You know what, let's go look at the we're gonna go look at the buckets over here. Go give them some time to calm down. Don't try this at home, folks. Angie, no, they are not necessarily sick. We actually have made sure that we've been up to date on treatments and that sort of thing. They're not sick, they're just weak. The queen either just wasn't laying like she should. Oh, wow. Yeah, hey, I hear you, girl. The population over here has increased since I was over here earlier this morning. Probably about 10 minutes ago. Actually, right before I started this video, I was over here, and there were not nearly as many bees. Of course, I do see quite a lot of yellow jackets on there as well. And anyway, no, they're not sick. They're just weak. They're a very low population, and being a light or low population makes them far more susceptible to getting sick, or parasites, or predators, that sort of thing. They're more exposed to being robbed, that sort of thing. And they're not getting replaced. I mean, let's face it, bees most of the year have a 6-week life expectancy. And so if you don't have a bunch of bees being laid, you know, and a bunch of eggs being laid, larvae coming out, you know, people, all that, the brood chamber is empty, then your colony is going to die off. So that we probably just don't have a great queen in there. So we take the bees, what bees we've got in that colony. We're going to go back over there. We take what bees we got in that colony, we combine it with a hive that's a little bit stronger, but still kind of weak. We take those food resources and give it to that colony as well. Well, now they're just that much stronger, and the food stores that we were concerned about are no longer a concern. because what they will naturally do is move from these bottom boxes up into the top, the second boxes. If they have a third box, they'll move up into that when they've consumed the resources down below. I hope all that makes sense. And they'll just continue to move up as long as they have up to move into, as long as they have food sources to move, resources to move up to as well. So if we take this colony that was incredibly weak, weaker even than this one over here that I started with my concern. We take that, each one of these boxes has resources in it. There may not be much down here because of course we're going into winter now and they've used quite a bit of that, and so they will have moved up into this second box. I do know that this top box has quite a bit of resource in it. Sorry, I guess I should angle my camera. This top box. Love you too, honey. I got a bee trying to get in my mouth. But I do love you. Anyway. All right, she just flew off. Let's see. No, we are not going to build a full barricade around for winter, and just because the wind is really only predominantly coming from that one direction. Not to mention, we do have the trees here that will offer a really nice break. We do have it back here towards the back, and then, we don't expect wind from this direction, but again, the trees are providing quite a bit of windbreak. We just had this big wide open field here that we needed to contend with, and so that's what we've done. Anyway, so yeah, we got this one here. If we do a combination, that's a few bees. We'll have to find the queen and dispatch her, and that sucks, but she's not producing, so that's kind of the way of things. Bees do that naturally, by the way, with a queen who falls to ill health or gets sick, stops producing, stops performing to their expectations. The bees will actually take larvae, raise new queens, and they will kill the old queen. They will take her out of the hive. They will tear her wings off. They'll sting her, whatever they got to do. They will remove the queen who is not performing. So it's not outside of the realm of expectation. It's not an unreasonable expectation for us to have on her that she continues to perform well, or we dispatch her if she does not. That is following right along with the with the rules of nature. So we don't, and I say that so that I don't feel bad about it, because of course we love our bees, we love our queens, and we wish that they would live quite long and prosperous lives, but we got to do what we got to do. So we get rid of her. We take those bees, we add them to this colony back here in the back, and they are then strengthened with more bodies in there that can help with whatever needs to be done inside the hive. But then we also have food resources for that colony. The leftovers we can actually distribute amongst these other colonies that may not necessarily need it, but why not? If we have that, let's get it to them, or we hold on to it, and when it is needed, we'll have it and we can provide it to them that way. So let's see. That's not what happens in a bug's life. Disney ain't telling the whole truth. Disney ain't telling any of the truth, actually. I've seen commercials for that movie. I haven't watched the movie itself because, frankly, the commercials were enough to show me that it was kind of dumb. So, yeah, worker bees are actually female, not male. Some of the commercials that I saw, dude was kind of whiny. The male bee that was the central character, he was kind of whiny, and they just, I don't know whether it's ants or bees. It looked like it was bees or bees life, or whatever it was. Anyway, it was dumb. So yeah, I wouldn't go to Disney animated movies for my education. They tend to get most of it wrong. No, I will not, and you cannot make me. Anyway, back to, real bees and actual things that matter. We have some choices ahead of us that we can make, and hopefully give the two colonies as one colony a better opportunity to survive the winter. So that's what we're going to look at. I don't know if these are the same bees that land on here, or that are on here now, but some of them just land and they just look like they're kind of done. They're not taking a break. They're just kind of hanging out on a fence post. Let's see if we can get close to one. How cool is that? She looks like she's just cleaning herself off. Did autofocus bring that in? Yeah, it looks like she did. Yeah. They're just cleaning off. Some of them are just resting. But there's a... one of them just landed on my chest, sorry. There's a light little cloud of bees flying around at the fence post. And they're all just trying to get acclimated to... or not fence post, but the fence line. They're just trying to get acclimated to this new object in their flight path. And so they're readjusting their flight path so that when they come in at a better angle so that they can actually get to their colonies. Guys, I think that's about it. I've got to start heading out to meet my godsons for lunch anyway. So we're going to go ahead and call this done. Thanks very much for getting involved and asking some questions. I am going to be uploading this live video to my YouTube channel, and then I'll repost it again that way. Once you do have it from YouTube, please feel free to like it. Please feel free to share it. Let your friends know that they need to add or subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get myself up to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That way I can start doing some YouTube live video feeds, and that way I don't have to keep coming to Facebook and doing it. So help me get some activity on there, folks. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to send them to me. You can reach out to me through the Facebook Messenger. If you know me personally, you can always send me a text message or an email. You can email me at hunsuckerbees@gmail.com. It's my last name, bees@gmail.com. Real simple email address, I would like to think. But if you do have any questions, or if you have any comments or anything like that, anything that you would like for me to address in one of these Facebook Live videos, so far nobody's taken me up on this offer, but I'm very serious about it. I would love to be able to address some of your questions specifically in a Facebook Live. I'll even give you credit for sending the message to me so that we can actually have that discussion. But that'd be great. So yeah, like, subscribe, share all of my videos, and then let me know what you think. Okay, bye guys.